Hello! Today is the first day of our journey in Israel. We are staying in the Royal Plaza Hotel in Tiberias. From our hotel room, we have an amazing view of the Sea of Galilee, which we will get to see tomorrow. Our first activity today is going up Mount Tabor, where Jesus transfigured. This is the view from halfway up Mount Tabor. At this point, we will change buses from a big to a small van, because the rest of the road is narrow and windy. So, let's go! Imagine Jesus walking on this very same path around 2,000 years ago. He would have walked for hours because there were no cars back then, and this mountain is very high. The story of the transfiguration of Jesus goes like this. Jesus took Peter, James, and John up Mount Tabor. Jesus went to pray, and when he returned, his whole face was like the sun, shining ever so brightly. And with Jesus came Moses and Elijah. And then God's voice thundered, "This is my son, who I have chosen. Listen to him." You may have noticed there is a giant mosaic above the altar. This marks where the transfiguration happened. In the church, there's a chapel for Elijah and Moses. The one in Elijah's has his offering to his left, which got accepted by God, and the other one, which was from other prophets, that did not. Moses' chapel, you can see water flowing out from the left side in the cliffs. That represents when he struck a rock and water flown out. And you can see he's carrying a rock, which represents the 10 Commandments. And in both rooms that contain the paintings is this 4th century mosaic on the floor. This is the view from the top of Mount Tabor. You can see it has got lots of trees and wildlife. This is a 4th century baptismal font. This is the entrance to the Church of Annunciation, where Gabriel, the angel, told Mary that she was going to have a baby. You may notice that there are some drawings on the entrance of the church. These all represent parts of the Bible. This door shows all the stories of the Old Testament. This door shows the stories from the New Testament. Down there, near the altar, you may see a little cave opening. That is the original home of the Virgin Mary. There is a gate that separates people from the actual cave, but people hold on to the gate and pray anyway. On the walls of the second floor of the church are mosaics that were donated by other countries. Japan in particular has sleeves of the Virgin Mary which are made out of gold.
This mosaic is from the Philippines.
The story of the wedding of Cana is written on the wall in an alleyway on the way to the Church of Cana. The story goes like this. Mary and Jesus were invited to a wedding in Cana. After a while, they ran out of wine, and Mary says to Jesus, "They ran out of wine." Jesus replies with, "It is not yet my time." Mary tells the servants anyway to do what he tells you to do. Jesus tells the servants, "Fill 6 jars, all with water up to the brim." The master of the banquet tastes the wine afterwards and says, "Why did you keep the best wine for last?" This is the facade of the Church of the Wedding of Cana. This is one of the original wine pots from the miracle at the wedding at Cana. And finally, there was a mass and renewal of vows at the Church of Cana. 15 couples also renewed their vows in the Church of Cana, including my grandparents. I even got to serve there, where Jesus did his first miracle. We will see you again in day 2 of our adventure in Israel.